The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of high school volleyball here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, and of course streaming live online at WCMPradio.com. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's Great River Conference matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Rush City Tigers. These two teams are at the top of the conference standings right now, and this one has the feel, all the feels, that it could be a really good one. Not only a really good one, but it kind of feels almost like this could be the two teams that are standing at the top of the conference when this regular season is all said and done. The conference has been pretty much dominated in years past by Rush City, Onamia Isle before the co-op, and then Mille Lacs after the co-op as well. But Rush City has kind of dominated this conference, but Pine City has been close quite a few times, and they look to get back there once again this year as the Dragons and Rush City Tigers get set to go at it here tonight. Looking at both of these two seasons, we'll start with the visiting Rush City Tigers as they are 6-1 on the year, are ranked 21st in the state, and that would put them in second place in all of 7AA. Now, there is two parts to this Section 7AA. There's the SS1 and the SS2. Why they call it that, I don't know, but that is how it is measured out here. But Rush City is ranked second overall. Esco right behind them in 23rd. They're third, but Pine City on top of them all. But for the Rush City Tigers, they are 1-0 in the section, and they are 3-0 in conference play. Their most recent conference win came over Bram last Thursday night. It was a 3-0 sweep of the Bram Bombers. But if you or anyone you know watched that game, you know that one, the final score really doesn't tell the whole story, because Rush City, they seem to have dominated. It seemed to have kind of run away with it. But Bram, I mean, they played their hearts out. And, excuse me, in my opinion, it never looked like a 3-0 win. It looked like Bram kept it a lot closer. It looked like Bram, really, it should have went all five in the way it looked, the way it played. Bram just gave everything out there on the court, but just came up short. It was a few mistakes, a few serves going into the net, a few long hits, a few miscommunications on their side of the net, and you get a couple more bounces that go your way, or a couple things that go a little differently. I think that one is going all five, and we might see that swing the other way for Bram. But Rush City, man, were they good in that one. They, again, it looked like they dominated, and at points in time, they really did. They have some powerful swingers out there on the court, and we'll get to see them tonight. One of them being that really stuck out to me was Lydia Bankston. I believe she finished the night with 8 kills and 2 aces on the night. She really stuck out in my opinion, and she's only a junior. That Rush City squad only has 3 seniors, Mackenzie Ribich, Kaden Lamont, and Emily Anksman. Those are the 3 seniors, and I didn't see a lot of time, but Ribich did. But yeah, it was a really good mix of all of them. They really rotated their players really well. And Ella Ferry, the other one, with 2 aces on the evening for the Rush City Tigers. I believe she also had 5+ kills in that game as well. Cora Sayatovic, she was pretty good on the serving side of things. Made it complicated for Bram. Just really couldn't ever read it perfectly like the way they wanted to, and that was all because of Sayatovic. And Stream also was back there doing a good job serving those two. Sayatovic and Stream did a really good job at being the ultimate teammate there last Thursday, just putting their bodies on the line and diving after the volleyball, and really kind of almost risking it all, risking the injury, risking the hard fall to the floor. They did it all on Thursday night, and it showed. I mean, that Rush City team looked very, very good. As we move across to the other side, to the Pine City Dragons. Now, they are 2-0 in the conference, but they're 3-0 in the section already. 3-0 in the section already. They beat Mora, Malacca, and Proctor. All of those 3 teams in Section 7AA, except for Malacca. I see now that I'm reading it. Malacca is in 6AA. But yeah, 3-0, as I forget that Hinckley Finlayson moved up to 7AA. My apologies. But yeah, Hinckley Finlayson, Proctor, and Mora, the 3 teams in this section. They've already beat Proctor last year, kicked them out of the playoffs up in Proctor, and I believe Proctor was the 1 or 2 seed. Esco was the other seed that Proctor wasn't. So it was a tough one, but again, it looked like Pine City really could have swung that the other way, but they came out against Proctor and defeated them up in Proctor 3-1. And, a lot of people might say, oh, well, Proctor's having a down year. Well, not so much. I mean, yes, they've had their losses and bumps and bruises, but they're still a very, very good team, and this Pine City team looks very good as well. Now, Pine City, I don't think has had the dominant wins that a lot of people would hope to see from them. I think they've had a lot of just technically sound matches. Yeah, they've allowed some points, but you can see on the season, the only team they've allowed it to go more than 4 was against Malacca. That was still a 3-2 win for Pine City. So looking at this team, yeah, it may not be the blowout wins each set, 25-8 or 25-3, but they are getting it done no matter what it takes. Pine City is just getting it done. They're doing what it takes, and sometimes if you're just getting it done, that's really all you can do, because sometimes that outplays the pure skill, just hustle. But I mean, these 2 teams, probably the best hustling, most aware, technically sound teams in this conference, and I can't say that for sure because I've already seen Bram, and they're pretty darn close to these 2 teams as well, as is Mille Lacs. And Mille Lacs, they haven't lost a conference game yet, so we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of this Great River Conference and how it will finish out in the standings-wise. But man, oh man, is it going to be a fun one tonight. Of course, it's Rush City taking on Pine City here at the home of the Dragons. I am extremely excited for this one. I think this one, I haven't had a set or a match yet that went all 5 matches, or all 5 sets rather, getting those mixed up now. But I've had them go to 4, but I haven't had one yet that's gone all 5. I've been waiting all year for one to go all 5, and I'm hoping this one does here tonight. It's a game in which you don't want either one to lose. Of course, when I'm calling a game, I really don't want either teams to lose, especially when they're the local area teams. I want them both to win, but that's the beauty of the sport, is you can't have ties. You can't have ties in high school football, basketball, hockey, soccer, volleyball, whatever you have. You can't have a tie. Even in racing, even in cross-country, track and field, they still have a way to have tiebreakers. I haven't heard of anybody getting 2 people sharing gold medals yet, so until we do, there's still ways to find a tiebreaker, and that's what we have here in volleyball tonight. If they're tied after 4, we go to a 5th set, and then it's only 15 points. So I'm hoping this one goes all 5. I think it has the opportunity to, and I think these 2 teams are 2 of the 4 best teams in the Great River Conference, the other 2 being Bram and Mille Lacs. Bram did fall, though, again, to Rush City last Thursday. So it now is 3 standing at the top, but it could go down to 2 here tonight as Rush City looks to take over Pine City. But again, Mille Lacs still hasn't lost in the conference either. So and obviously these teams will play each other, but it will be interesting to see. Now it looks like, as we look at Mille Lacs' schedule, I don't know if this is right on MinnesotaScores.net. They say they don't play till next Monday at Cromwell Wright. I don't think that is 100% correct. I'm pretty sure they play this week. But again, Mille Lacs, Pine City, and Rush City all sitting at the top of this conference right now, undefeated in conference play, and tonight could drastically change not only the way the conference looks and the standings, but the direction of these 2 teams' seasons. Sometimes when you lose in a conference game like this, that is as hyped as it is, that is got a lot riding on the line as it does, sometimes the losing team can really change their season. It can have a kind of a snowball effect. You lose this one, and then you go into the next one because you want to come back and prove how good you are, and then you overplay and you're not playing soundly. So it's going to be a fun game. It should be interesting to see who comes out of here with the victory between the homestanding Pine City Dragons and the visiting Rush City Tigers. Both these teams putting their undefeated conference records on the line here in not only a conference game, but a Section 7 AA game as well. We'll take a commercial break. When we get back, we'll have our starting lineups and national anthem will have been played, and we'll be set for first serve here at Pine City High School. You're listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health. 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Minnesota Equipment is your lawn equipment headquarters. With plenty of staff members that have over 20 years of experience, they're number one in sales and service for a reason. The pros at Minnesota Equipment have tons of lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, and accessories on site, so come by for Steel, Aaron's, Toro, Gravely, and John Deere, and take one home today. Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or find them at minnesotaequipment.com today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franz and Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzandbank.com/get-there. Franz and Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. Ethan Game Day Gilman going to be calling this game with you here this evening between the Pine City Dragons and the Rush City Tigers. This Great River Conference matchup is also a Section 7 AA matchup here between these two teams. The starters for the Rush City Tigers are number 1, Autumn Stream, number 2, Cora Sayadovich, number 4, Lydia Bankston, number 7, Ella Ferry, number 12, Mackenzie Ribich, number 21, Michaela Ertz, and of course the libero, number 30, McKenna Garr. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, it'll be number 3, Chloe Lind, number 5, Arissa Rydberg, the libero, number 12, Madison Bombard, number 11, Sage Staber, number 14, Summer Thiemann, and then we switch it up a little bit. It's number 16, Sky Aarons getting the start, and number 25, Robin Odegaard getting the start as well for Pine City. So Sky Aarons and Robin Odegaard getting the start in place of Abby Agard and Emma Hermanson. Those are the starters here this evening for both of these teams as we are set to go in Pine City. This rivalry game between the Pine City Dragons and Rush City Tigers is for the top spot, tied with Mille Lacs at the top of the Great River Conference for now. These two teams will play later in the year as well in Rush. It's always a 1-1. One in Pine, then one in Rush. I think this could really come down to that game in Rush City to decide the conference, to who's going to take home the Great River Conference title this year. I really do think it's going to be these two teams. Of course, it could be Bram and Rush. It could be Mille Lacs and Rush. It might just be Rush. It might just be Pine. It's going to be a very interesting end to the season. Of course, I can wait to get there, but I can't because I really want to see how it's going to look. Arissa Rydberg with the serve. It's over, dug up by Garr. And to the front of the line, and now Michaela Ertz, with the dig. Odegaard, and now Staber with the dig. It's dug up by Bankston, and all of a sudden we get a whistle. Looks like a double hit. And the first points go to the Pine City Dragons. 1-0 here in set number 1. Arissa Rydberg back to serve. It's up. It is over. Just down, and Garr gets underneath it just enough. Getting up for it is Ferry, but it's blocked at the net by Chloe Lind and Sage Staber. That'll make it 2-0 Pine City. And one of the things that the Dragons probably do the best out of a lot of teams is blocking at the net. This team is so strong at the net. Those front three, it's really a switch between the three as to who can block, but they all do it so well, and it's like good luck getting it over. And getting it over this time is Lydia Bankston, but that off the block is going to go out of bounds, and Rush City will find their first points of this first set. Cora Sayatovic will be back to serve for Rush City. Substitution here early as Veronica Hemming checks into the game. Sayatovic with the serve over, dug up by Thiemann. That's a clean dig to Rydberg. Chloe Lind looking to line it up, but it goes in! In on the near side corner at the back. And I don't think the head judge agrees. No, she does. So 3-1 is the call. She blew the whistle. I wasn't sure if she was going to agree or not, but she's just getting the substitution. Summer Thiemann checks out in for hers. Carly Jusak. It's 3-1 Pine City. I did not see that one as I was not positioned right. Shame on me. Odegaard serve into the net, and Rush City will get one back. The Tigers did not think that last hit was in. They thought it was definitely long. But the serve will go into the net. Ella Ferry now back to serve for the Tigers. Her serve is up and definitely over, and the libero gets it. Bombard, and now hit on over by Ryberg. Nice hit, but a lot of spin. Veronica Hemming there for the dig, and now looking for the hit over is Bankston. Nice job by the Dragons, and nice job by Odegaard laying on the court to get that one over. Carly Jusak will tap it back over as the Tigers get it over again. It's dug up by Bankston, hit across. Odegaard trying to get it, and it goes off the wall. My goodness, Robin Odegaard. Even though Rush City gets that point, Robin Odegaard on the court, laying down, somehow gets it over. She got enough swing on it to get it over. My goodness. Give her a ton of credit. Ferry with the serve, dug up by the Dragons, hit on over by the libero Maddie Bombard. Tigers have it, and I don't think that one got behind the pole there. And either way, Carly Jusak will go in a tapping war back across with Veronica Hemming. Back and forth they went, and it's point. Bit of a switcheroo on that one. Instead of Pine City getting the point, it's the Tigers. But that hit did not go across the pole. Again, there's red and white pole there. It has to stay inside of those, and I don't know. 4-3 either way. Rush City with the lead now here in set number 1. Bombard with the dig to Rydberg. Carly Jusak looks for the kill. It's off of Ferry and keeping it alive. And the hit across from Gar. Lynn looks for the kill. It's blocked at the net, but somehow the Tigers keep it alive. Gar again hits it across to Bombard. Lynn will line this one up again. Oh, and that is just long out. And something that the Dragons have had a little bit of struggle with is the mistakes. The mistakes are one thing that have caused them problems here, and this one is out on the dig from Carly Jusak, and it's a 6-3 lead for Rush City. Pine City struggled with some mistakes in their matches, but they have overcome them. But that was one thing I was looking in this game. Who's going to make the least mistakes? And that's who I think is going to come out on top. Oh, and Lynn swing into the net. That one goes into the net. It looked like Rush City may have got a fingertip on it, but I don't know. It looked like it came straight off the net. 7-3 all of a sudden in favor of the Tigers. Serve is over and long from Ella Ferry. Again, Ella Ferry did a very good job last Thursday. 2 aces on the night. And now Pine City gets one back. 7-4. Chloe Lind goes back to serve. Serve is up. It is over. And this one somehow, I don't know. They're going to get a lift or an illegal hit or a double hit, whatever. Either way, I know what I meant to say. 7-5 in favor of the Tigers here in set number 1. Chloe Lind runs up. Here's the serve into the net. 8-5 now in favor of the Tigers. That is, again, the net can be your friend or your enemy, and there it was the enemy of the Pine City Dragons, or it's a friend of the Tigers, depending on how you look at it. Gar with the serve. She was good as well. Chloe Lind with the clean dig, and at the net, Sky Aarons with a hard hit. Now hitting it over is Bankston. Rydberg there for the dig, but that one gets over. Ursa Rydberg, she is everywhere on the court as well. She's one of those players that's kind of like the utility player in baseball. She just can go everywhere. 9-5 now in favor of the Tigers. Mistakes early on here hurting the Dragons. Now Carly Jusak tipped at the net by the Tigers. Get it across. And Hemming looks to get it across. That again looked like behind the pole, but I just might be in a bad spot to where it looks like it's going behind the pole, but it stays inside. Because the angle I'm at is almost directly diagonal to the net or the pole, so I could be in a bad position. Serve from Gar is over, dug up by Staber, kept alive by Rydberg, pushed across by Jusak, and it's dug up by Ferry. And only looking for the kill is Bankston. Lind there for the dig to Rydberg, and Staber looks to get it across, blocked at the net, but rolls back. And now Hemming will look to get it over. This one's into the net, and Pine City will get one back, 10-6. Both student sections out here in full for these teams. Sage Staber sets up for the serve. Gar took a chance on that one, letting it go, but it is just long. And if I'm Eric Thielander, I might tell her next time, don't let that one go. That's a little too close for comfort. My goodness. Veronica Hemming with the serve, dug up by Odegaard, kept alive by Staber, and now pushed across by Jusak, and now we're going to get a double hit. That was either a really late call or I missed it. 12-6. Because I don't think the double hit would have been on Jusak. I think it would have been on Odegaard, if anything. Serve is over from Hemming, dug up by Staber. Ryberg runs after it, and now getting it across is Jusak. Tigers with the dig. Bankston looks for the kill, dug up nicely though by Staber off the block at the net. Jusak will look to get it across, blocked at the net, kept alive, and they're going to call 4 hits. That definitely hit the Tigers' hands, I thought, and I thought that should have been playable, but they say it only hit the net. They say the Tigers did not get a hand on it. 13-6 in favor of the Tigers. Another one that just goes long, and if I'm head coach Tammy Nelson, I might be telling my players out there, don't let that one go next time either. That was too close for comfort. My goodness. I understand letting it go and just kind of letting the team give you a point for free, but when it's that close, you might want to be just a tad aggressive after it. Jusak with the serve. It's over, dug up by the Tigers. And now, my goodness, Chloe Lind, that one was headed straight for her, but she somehow weaves herself out of the way of that one. Like she's playing dodgeball out there with it. That one goes long, and Pine City will have a point back. 13-8. The serve is over. It's dug up by Ferry, and then Gar runs into her own teammate and makes it 13-9. So Gar running into her own teammate on that one. Allows that ball to fall, and now Jusak with the serve across. Dug up by the Tigers, and getting it over is Bankston. Dug up by the Dragons. Odegaard looks for the kill, but just a little bit long on that hit from Odegaard. Summer Thiemann will check back in for Carly Jusak. It's 14-9 now in favor of the Tigers. Again, this a fight for the top spot in the Great River Conference. Back serving is Lydia Bankston. Again, Bankston had a very good night last Thursday, and that one goes off of one of her teammates at the net. Luckily, it didn't hit the back of the head. You want to make sure you always protect there. But so Pine City gets one back off of a serve, and it is 14-10. Serve from Maddie Bombard is dug up by the Tigers. Hitting it across is Stream, and that one just too far for any of the Dragons to catch up with it, and the Tigers take a 5-point lead, 15-10 here in set number 1. The Tigers leading here by 5 in this first set. Autumn Stream with the serve into the net that time, 15-11. Summer Thiemann will hand it back to Rydberg. Marissa Rydberg will be back to serve again. They switched the starters here this evening for the starting lineup. Rydberg, she has a pretty cool serve. It gets up pretty high at that apex, but somehow it just finds its way down to the court. And nice job by the Dragons to get that one off the net and get it over. Michaela Ertz looks for the kill, but dug up nicely by Rydberg. And now Odegaard looks for the kill, but just a little long off the far side edge. And that'll give a point back to Rush City, 16-11. Checking in is Veronica Hemming for Mackenzie Ribich. Back to serve is Cora Sejatovic. They serve just over, and Staber gets the dig. And now hitting it across is Odegaard, dug up by Gar. Tigers, Ferry gets that one just beyond the outstretched arm of Odegaard. And down for a point, 17-11. That was a very good play there as Odegaard looked one way as if it was going that way. And the Tiger player just simply tricked her on that one. And now going down for it was Thiemann, but not enough as the Tigers get a point, and it's 18-11. And now we're going to get a whistle here on. They're not going to give any points or anything like that, no, nothing like that, but it's just, I think they're giving the Tigers a bench warning for not being in the designated area that they're supposed to be in. just kind of reminding them that, hey, this is the zone you have to be in, so make sure you're in it, which now they are, as Sayatovic with the serve. It hits the net, and that definitely confused Staber. Again, the net can be your friend, the net can be your enemy, and it was the friend there for the Tigers as it hits the net, rolls over, and then again, Staber was just confused. She thought it was going to come right to her, and then all of a sudden had to dive, because when you're on the back pedal like that, waiting for the serve or the ball to get to you, you're looking to get the dig, but then you're already on the back of your feet, so then you got to switch quickly to the front of your feet to try and dive after it, and it's almost an impossible kind of switch to make there. And again, the net is the enemy on that one for the Dragons, but the friend for the Tigers as they get it to roll over the net. And sometimes almost it seems like if you can just do that with all of your serves, it seems just to be that much easier for you to catch the other team off guard, because once it hits the net, the other team is already scrambling because it hits the net. Now they've got to try and catch it off the track that it was going on, because it has a designated track it's going, but then it hits that net and then it completely goes off of its intended trail, and the defenders got to try and somehow find the track that it's going on, its new track, and that can be very difficult. Sayatovic with the serve, Thiemann with the dig, now to Staber, and getting it across is Rydberg, getting after it is Gar, and Veronica Hemming looks for the kill. Oh, and miscommunication there by Rydberg and Bombard as it goes right between the two of them. And I know we've seen plenty this last week. Two players going after it at the same time, and they both hit it. As much as that we've seen it work, it can very, very easily not work. So you got to be careful in how you decide to do that. And oh my goodness, I don't know if the hair is considered to be touching it, but Summer Thiemann's hair nearly did. And I don't think it would, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. As serve does go long, it's 20-12. Pine City gets one back. Thiemann checks out. Jusak in for her, and Robin Odegaard is back to serve now for the Dragons. This is dug up by Bankston, and Hemming will look to just tap it over. Chloe Lynn will tap it over herself, and it's 20-13. I love seeing players when they just kind of use their fingertip and just tap. Just a little tap over, because they know they don't need to go a full swing into it. They just need to boop. Serve is over, dug up. Hemming looks for the kill across. Her just tap. Jusak looks for the kill. Blocked at the net, but this time it's not going to work for the Tigers as it gets down for a point for Pine City. Make it 20-14 in favor of the Tigers still here in set number one as we reach the later part of the set. Robin Odegaard with the serve. It's over. Man, that has such a line drive kind of trajectory towards it, and this kill from Ferry is enough as Dragons did get a hand on it, but it's going way too fast off the kill from Ella Ferry, and that makes it 21-14, a 7-point lead now for Rush City. Speaking of Ella Ferry, she's back to serve. Her serve is over. Oh, and that is Bombard. I don't think got a clean read on that one, as she kind of had a contort herself in a way to try and grab that one, and just unable to there. It's 22-14. Ferry with the serve. It hits the net, and Jusak definitely confused on that one. Watch it hit the net. I think she might have thought it was going to stay on the Tiger side of the net, and she's getting told by Coach, hey, you got to go after that one. That one's you. As she thought Bombard was going to get after it. So again, just a miscommunication there between those two. 22-14, the serve this time is over. And that one's going to be well out of the reach of Jusak. And it's 23-14. 24-14, it is set point here for the Rush City Tigers. Can they take set number one? And yes, they will. Odegaard tried to use her fingertips on that one, but it goes up and over. And behind her, as now the Dragons fall in set number one, 25-14 rather. So the Tigers take set number one, 25-14, and they will lead 1-0. So a set that was dominated early by the Pine City Dragons. In the back half, it was all Tigers. Tigers lead 1-0 over the Pine City Dragons here in Pine City in the battle for the top spot in the Great River Conference. You're listening to Volleyball here on WCMP.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sidney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sidney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And of course, streaming live with video at WCMPradio.com. The Pine City Rush City Tigers took a 1-0 lead over the Dragons, is what I meant to say, with a score of 25-14. Now, the Dragons kind of controlled the set early on, but then as the set went along, it was Rush City kind of taking over things and getting the momentum to shift their direction. Pine City used the crowd that they have behind them and their home court to kind of take an early lead. But then after that, Rush City really controlled everything from there on out as they took the first set 25-14. Now it is set number 2. And we are set to go as the lead. We'll wait and see, but I believe the Tigers will serve here. Yes, they will. And it will be Cora Sayatovic back to serve. There's the whistle. And here's the hit. It is over. Dug up by Bombard, but that's going to be the first points in this set for the Rush City Tigers. Off the serve. Bombard got to it in time, but just goes backwards off of her dig. Sayatovic with another serve. It's over, and Thiemann looked at that one a while before deciding to not go after it. And smart move. Because those ones are deceiving. It looks like it could stay in, but goes long. And now Rydberg with the serve for Pine City. It is over. It takes a nosedive, but dug up by Bankston. Hemming will just tap it across. Odegaard right there waiting for it. Rydberg now to Chloe Lynn. She'll just tap it across. And oh! We had an early whistle before Chloe Lynn pushed it over. Either way, Pine City gets the point. 2-1. Interesting. I don't know what that call was for. It is in on the ace from Marissa Rydberg. Bankston, that's a tough one for Bankston to try and get after. That one from my angle looked like it was out, but the judge on that far side back corner said it was in, and that's just so tough. Those are the ones that it's like it goes either way. This serve is dug up by the Tigers, though. Ferry will push it across, dug up by Bombard, and now Odegaard will look for the kill. That is, just long. Odegaard found the correct spot for that one. That was perfect placement Just needed to take a little juice off of it, as now Ella Ferry will go back to serve for the Tigers. Pine City leads 3-2 here in set number 2. Ella Ferry with the serve. It's dug up by Smetna. Pushed across by the Dragons. Tigers have it. Veronica Hemming looks for the kill. Nice diving dig for the Dragons, but then hit across by Veronica Hemming, or it might have been Michaela Ertz actually. And just a quick little tap over as the Dragons weren't ready for it, but a nice attempt there to get after it, and it should be tied at 3, I believe. I think that's the third point anyways. Serve is over, dug up by Thiemann. That's going to go across the net, but out. And now it should be 4-3, the Tigers lead. According to the scoreboard, it's tied at 3, but I believe it should be 4. Now it says 4-2. I'm pretty sure it should be 4-3. There we go. They got it changed. 4-3. We figured it all out here. It's tough being a scoreboard operator. I do not envy that job. Not at all. Dug up by Summer Thiemann. Bombard will get after it, and they will get it across. Does Ryberg. Dug up by Ferry. Bankston now looks for the kill. Oh my goodness. Bombard and Thiemann stuck looking at each other as to who's going to get it, and it goes right between them. And those are the kind of mistakes that we've talked about that they've just got to fix. One of them has got to decide to be the aggressor, and sometimes you might both go after it, but you might both hit it, but you just don't want it. And then Bombard lets up as that one hits the net. She thought it was going to come a little bit farther back to her and lets up on it. Hermanson will come in for Maddie Bombard. It's tough. It looks like the Dragons are just kind of... it looks like their momentum has just been stolen. Just looks like they just don't have anything right now. But Smetna, I don't know if that's what she meant to do, but it worked. And now Veronica Hemming goes for the kill. Blocked at the net by Odegaard and Lind. Point Pine City, they now trail 6-4, but they will get to serve. Carly Jusak checks in for Summer Thiemann. Now it's 6-4. Robin Odegaard back to serve for the Dragons. Serve is over. And just long on that serve from Robin Odegaard. Again, perfect placement. Odegaard has the placement down. She has the perfect spot for it, but she's got such a strong swing. Just needs to take a little bit off. 7-4, the lead for Rush City. Hermanson gets on it, and now getting it. Nearly getting it over was Maggie Smetna. Thought she got it over, but the net, again, the enemy to the Dragons. It's 8-4 in favor of Rush City. Tigers trying to take control here and pull away, but this one's dug up by Odegaard. 2 Dragons go after it, and that's a case of where one being aggressive and one just waiting for it to come to her leads to it bad, and they both hit it. Now that completely contrasts what I said, because I say, yeah, you want to be the aggressor, but that time it goes the opposite way. Diving dig by Odegaard, and now Bankston looks for the kill, and it goes right in front of Emma Hermanson. Dove after it, but just couldn't get a hand on it, and it's 10-4 in favor of Rush City. Gar with the serve for the Tigers, dug up by Hermanson. It's a clean dig this time to Ryberg, and now Jusak will look for the kill. A whistle on the Tigers there. I thought it was blocked at the net. Another point, goodness gracious, for Rush City. But they got the whistle on the Tigers for something, and Pine City catches a break. 10-5, they trail. Serve is over, dug up by Gar. Touched over by Hermanson. That one was right in the middle of the net, and all she needed to do was just kind of use her palm of her hand to hit it over. She does, and it's a point for Pine City. They trail 10-6. Again, you don't need to always hit it as hard as you can. Sometimes you just need a little tap across. Lynn with the serve. Oh my goodness. That is probably the best serve we've seen from Pine City all year. And that's not being mean. That was a beautiful serve. I mean, that might be the best one of the night, honestly. That might be the best one I've seen. That was a perfect. If there is a serve that you're going to go back and replay and show everybody how to serve, that's the one. Lynn with an ace, and now Hemming hits it back across off the next serve. And looking for the kill is Smetna, but dug up by Hemming for the Tigers. Bankston will look for the kill. It's long. Chloe Lynn will duck underneath. Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh. They call a tip. They say the Dragons got a fingertip on it, or touched it some way before it went out of bounds, and it's 11-7 Rush City. Now, I didn't see it, but the coaches aren't arguing the call, so they must have seen it too. Pine City coaches I'm, of course, talking about. And tapped across by Adam Stream. Dragons have it, and Jusak will look. That's in! Gar just kind of thought that one was going to go long. Again, that's the problem, and the tough part about watching it go, thinking it's going to go long, is when it doesn't, man, does it hurt. It can really hurt your momentum as well, and it can kind of destroy your game plan too, because then it gets in your head and you're double thinking. I apparently cannot form sentences tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. Hitting it across is Ferry. Getting the dig is Lind to Rydberg. And now Carly Jusak will get it across. It's nearly down, but beautiful job. And now Bankston just misplayed that hit. And it will be point for Pine City as Bankston hit it into the net. That's unfortunate because Bankston, she lined that one up, and that would have been one of the hardest hits we've seen tonight had it gone over. Stream will just tap it across. Dug up by Jusak, and now Jusak will look for the kill. Oh my goodness! An emphatic kill there by Carly Jusak. She said, okay, time to switch momentum with one hit, and she did right there. One swing, and she switched it. And again, that kind of goes back, I think, to watching the balls go and kind of letting it go. That can, again, make it second guess yourself. The serve by Smetna, and the Tigers get one back. That sometimes can be the switch back you're looking for. Sage Staber will check into the game for Maggie Smetna. Maggie Smetna, one of the 5 seniors on this Pine City squad. Back to serve is Lydia Bankston. Bankston with the serve over. Dug up by Sage Staber. Now to Rydberg. Going up at it at the net is Jusak trying to tap it across, but Bankston, man, she's all over. She's right there for it. Ferry, that one is long. Oh, man, I thought that one was right in there, but long, just long on that hit. It's 12-11. It's Abby Agar checking into the game for the first time here tonight for Robin Odegaard. Summer Thiemann checks in for Carly Jusak, and Summer Thiemann will go back to serve. 12-11, it's a 1-point game here in Pine City, the battle of the Great River Conference. Themann's serve is over and long. Man, that one just seemed like it had a magnet to the ceiling. It just kind of carried itself. It looked like it may never come down. It was just continuing to carry itself, and it finds its way out of bounds. Autumn Stream will serve now for the Tigers. They lead 13-11. The serve is over, dug up cleanly by Chloe Lind to Rydberg, and Hermanson looks for the kill, dug up by Ribich. Tigers keep it alive. To Staber now. And looking for the kills, Abby Agar. Beautiful spot for that one. The attempt from Bankston to dive after it, it was, wow. I was surprised she actually didn't get a fist on it. But she didn't. And it must have nicked her finger at least. Because, man, her arms are so long. Serve is dug up by the Tigers, pushed across by Michaela Ertz, dug up by the Dragons. Arissa Ryber looks for the kill. Blocked at the net, is going to keep it alive, though, for the Tigers. Bankston will hit it across. Lynn will hit it back across. With one hit, it ties it at 13 here in set number 2. Rush City leads 1-0, but the Dragons have just tied it here in the second set at 13. It's Emma Hermanson back to serve. Her serve, it might have tapped the net, but it is over. And now diving after it, Summer Thiemann keeps it alive, but the Tigers have a chance here. Ferry will push it across, dug up by Staber, pushed back across by Gar. Dragons keep it alive. Chloe Lind looks to, let's see. They're going to say Bankston got a fingertip on it. I thought she was able to duck underneath it. She did some sort of limbo act there on that one, trying to not get a finger on it. I thought she did. I thought she completed it. I thought she got underneath it. That was some Matrix-looking stuff right there from Lydia Bankston, but unable to not get a finger on it, and she touches it as it goes out of bounds. And Pine City takes the lead here in set number 2, 14-13. Rush City again leads 1-0. They won it very convincingly, 25-14. So timeout called here by the Rush City Tigers and head coach Eric Thielander. Again, this is a battle for the top spot in the Great River Conference early on in the season. We still got plenty of season to go, but early on in the season, this is a battle for the top of the conference. It really is. Both teams undefeated in the conference so far. One will lose today, unfortunately, and again, if we could end in a tie, I would love to. But one of these teams has to suffer their first conference loss. The other one will stay undefeated and be atop of the Great River Conference along with the Mille Lacs Raiders. Serve. Remember, Hermanson is over. Dug up by Ribich. Gar keeps it alive and now kept across by Bengtson. Nice job. Chloe Lind gets it across. Lydia Bengtson looks for the kill. Dug up by Sage Staber. And now looking for the kills. Abby Agard put right back down by Michaela Ertz. And it's 14-all. Michaela Ertz, she was waiting for that. It seemed like that was the one she was waiting for all night. And she lined that one up and just said, no. 14-all as now Sayatovic goes back to serve for the Rush City Tigers. Her serve is over, dug up by Summer Thiemann. Now to Chloe Lind. And getting it across is Abby Agard. Keeping it alive is Bankson and not going to keep it alive that time. Great effort and hustle there by Cora Sayatovic, but it goes out of bounds and it will be 15-14 Pine City. Sage Staber will check out. In for her is Maggie Smetna. Might recognize that last name. A very good hockey team were her brothers. I believe it was two brothers. I could be wrong, but in this game, Summer Thiemann. That was a tough one. She tried to lift it with the left hand, and it wound up changing direction, basically, and it found the floor. 15-all. As now back to serve is Ella Ferry. Her serve is over, dug up by Maddie Bombard. And now looking for the kill is Abby Agard, dug up by Ferry. They're going to have to race after it, keeping it alive. Sayatovic Gar gets it across. Nice job by the Tigers. Drains with the, dig, and then Lind just mistimed that one, and she got on top of the ball with that swing. And then hit it right to the court, and now it's 16-15 in favor of the Tigers. Ferry back to serve again for Rush City. Her serve is over, dug up by Thiemann. Now to Rydberg, and Chloe Lind will just hit this one across. Dug up by the Tigers, and Ertz lined it up. And my goodness, somebody checked the seams on that volleyball. Wow. 17-15 off the Ertz kill. Can we check the speed on that one? Might need a ticket. Wow. Ferry with the serve, dug up by Thiemann. Maggie Smetna being a good teammate, getting behind her and getting it over. Now just a light tap across by Rydberg. And looking for the kill is Bankston. Thiemann gets it, but that one's going to, go backwards and out of reach of any of the Dragons. And it's now 18-15 in favor of the Tigers. Set number 2 now being controlled by the Tigers towards the middle of this set. And Ferry with the serve. It is over, dug up by Bombard. And now getting it across is Smetna. Gar with the dig for the Tigers. Hemming looks for the kill. It's right in front of Bombard, and it's another point. Rush City 19-15. They lead. All of a sudden, they're starting to grab that momentum and pull away a little bit. Ferry will set up to serve again. Here's the serve. It is over. Dug up by Jusak. Rydberg, and now Smetna. That is Smetna for the kill. Abby Agard with the kill. And she'll go back to serve. Abby Agard cuts it down to a 3-point lead for Rush City. 19-16. Agard, that one didn't look like it's going to get over, but dug up by Michaela Ertz. And Bankston will hit it across. Agard with the dig, and Jusak looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. Pushed across by Rydberg. Rush City keeps it alive. Bankston will line this one up, and that is getting past Agard for the kill from Lydia Bankston. It's 20-16. There are some of these hits that I wouldn't even attempt to get in front of them if I was fully padded. I mean, these are coming in hot. 20-16 now the lead for Rush City, dug up by Bombard, and that's going to go into the benches, or the bleachers, whatever you'd like to call them, on that far side. 21-16 for Rush City here in set number 2. Pine City trying to avoid going down 2-0. Here's the serve into the net from Gar. Pine City will get one back, 21-17. The last 2 years, Pine City started their season up in Hinckley-Finlayson. And it was 2 straight years where Hinckley-Finlayson won the first 2 sets, and then Pine City came back to force a 5th and won the 5th. It was very interesting. So I wonder if we might not see something here if Rush City were to take this set. And blocked at the net by the Dragons, but Lydia Bengtson with the hard hit for the kill. It's 22-17 as Veronica Hemming back to serve for the Tigers. Hemming with the serve. It's over. Dug up by, Smetna, and Lind getting a sword hand on it. The action of her. Oh, and then a miscommunication. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. It was dug up by the Dragons. 2 Pine City Dragons went after it, and then they just misplayed it because, the Dragons kept it alive for a second, but Tigers will get it, and it's 23-17 in favor of the Rush City Tigers. They lead here in set number 2. They won set 1 25-14. Currently lead set number 2 23-17. And the Dragons need to go on a run here in order to get back within a couple of that lead, and also to make sure they don't get to set point. Again, the student sections here this evening into it. Very much into it. It's been fun. Now again, I'm hoping for my first match of the year, which is this one, to go into 5. Well, this would be the first match if it went into 5. I'm hoping it does, which would be I completely said that wrong. This is not my first match of the year that I'm calling. Again, I can't form sentences tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I'm all over the board. Veronica Hemming with the serve. Dug up by the Dragons. That's Hannah Bombard, and Hannah Bombard will get it back over to the Tigers. Dug up by the Tigers, and now looking for the kills on stream, but blocked at the net by Carly Jusak. Lydia Bengtson will push it across. It's dug up by Rydberg, and double hit by the Dragons. 24-17. Set point now for the Rush City Tigers. (24-17). Serve is over. Dug up by Lind. Emma Hermanson looks for the kill. It hits the net, but Tigers keep up with it, and they still get it back across. Wow, looked like they were scrambling a little bit, but they get it across. Jusak looks for the kill, and that one's going back, but it stays in play, and getting it across is Bankston. Lind with the kill, or the dig. Jusak looking for the kill, dug up though after the block at the net by Hemming, and now Bankston will look for the kill. Lind keeps it alive and back across the net. Oh, and it's out. Man, that looked like it might have a chance to get back in bounds, but it spun out, and the Tigers take set number 2, 25-17. So the Tigers lead 2-0. I just wonder if maybe we won't see another 3-set straight win here by the Dragons. Again, we've seen it 2 years in a row. Last year and the year before, when they were up at Hinckley-Finlayson, we've seen it where Hinckley-Finlayson won the first 2 sets. Pine City came back and won the next 2 sets, forced it to set 5, and won that set as well. We'll see if they can pull off some magic like that here tonight as the Tigers lead 2-0. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
Minnesota Equipment is your lawn equipment headquarters. With plenty of staff members that have over 20 years of experience, they're #1 in sales and service for a reason. The pros at Minnesota Equipment have tons of lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, and accessories on site, so come by for Stihl, Ariens, Toro, Gravely, and John Deere, and take one home today. Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or find them at minnesotaequipment.com today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
106.5 FM, AM 1350, live with video online at WCMPradio.com. Dragons trail here at home, 2-0 to the Rush City Tigers. It's a battle for the top spot in the conference here tonight. As in the other part of the top of the conference right now, Mille Lacs is taking on Bram. Mille Lacs beat Bram in the first set, 25-15. So again, it could be Rush City and Mille Lacs alone at the top of the conference after this game, or Pine City and Mille Lacs, or maybe just Rush City, or maybe just Mille Lacs, or maybe just Pine City. We will have to wait and see. But either way, actually, now that I think about it, it would be still 2 at the top of the conference because, well, no, it could be 1. So it could be either Rush City or Pine City alone at the top of the conference if Mille Lacs were to lose, or it could be 2. If Mille Lacs were to win and either Pine City or Rush City wins, we will have 2 at the top of the conference. So, again, to repeat myself, and make it more clear because I've been nothing but tonight. If either of the Rush City Tigers or Pine City Dragons win and Mille Lacs loses, the winner of this game will be atop of the conference alone. But if Mille Lacs wins tonight, it will be a 2-way tie at the top of the conference between Mille Lacs and whoever wins here tonight. So a lot still could happen here this evening. The Dragons trailing 2-0 to the Rush City Tigers. They're rivals from just south of here. South, I think it's 8 miles, 10 miles maybe, something like that. Emma Hermanson was in, but checking in is Maddie Bombard. The libero back to serve is Arissa Rydberg. And it looks like we have the original starting 6 out there for the Pine City Dragons. Rydberg with the serve. It is over. Dug up there by Abigail Thielander. And the hit across is dug up by the Dragons. Getting it across is Abby Agar. Dug up by Bankston. Looking for the kill is Michaela Ertz, but it's dug up by Rydberg. And now Lynn will get it across. Dug up by the Tigers once again. That's Thielander. And now looking for the kill are the Dragons. And that'll be 3 hits from the Tigers. And that will be down. So the Dragons in 3 straight sets have gotten the first point. My memory serves me right. And the Dragons will be back to serve. It's Rydberg. Serve, into the net. The net just hasn't been kind to the Dragons here tonight. Usually it's pretty even with, how it kind of sways. But it has been heavily on the Rush City side tonight. And it's not that the net picks a side. It's an inanimate object. It can. It's just, it seems like, it's just going one way tonight for the net. The serve is dug up, and then racing after it is Thiemann. Hitting it across is Sage Staber. Now looking for the kill is Veronica Hemming. Blocked at the net. Staber got it, but unable to keep it alive. And the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. Back serving is Cora Sejatovic for the Rush City Tigers. Sejatovic with the serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Bombard. Thiemann kind of had a late reaction to that one, but it's over by Rydberg. Dug up by the Tigers. And now looking for the kill is Ferry. Dug up by Bombard now. And looking for the kill is Agard. I think the Tigers may have got the block at the net, and then it just went off their block right to the court. So we'll tie things back up at 2 apiece here in the third set. Tigers lead 2-0 over the Pine City Dragons. Abby Agard with the right-handed serve. It is dug up by Gar. And now Michaela Ertz looks for the kill. Trying to get the diving dig was Abby Agard. And, I think she got her hand underneath it. And then she went to her teammate, Maddie Bombard, and said, hey, I got my hand underneath it. You got to hit it back across. I think Bombard thought that one was down. Now her, I'm assuming, sister checking into the game, Hannah Bombard. You just never know. It could be a cousin, and sometimes it's just a friend. I know we won't go down that. In high school, we had 2 families with the same name, but not related. Blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Smart play there by the Dragons, but it just crept itself out of bounds, and it's 4-2 in favor of the Rush City Tigers. Ella Ferry with the serve. It's dug up by Hannah Bombard to Rydberg, and Sage Staber looks for the kill. Dug up, though, by the Tigers. Hemming looks for the kill. Kept alive at the net, but unable to get it across. It's now 5-2 in favor of Rush City. Serve goes into the net from Ella Ferry. The Dragons will get one back, and it's 5-3. Hermanson checks in for Maddie Bombard. Hannah Bombard stays out there for the Dragons. Chloe Lind back to serve. It's 5-3. The serve long. And those are the mistakes that we've talked about, now making it 6-3 for Rush City. Those are the mistakes we're talking about. You get a freebie from the Tigers as they serve it into their own net, and then you get the ball back with a chance to try and get some points back, and then a mistake. Again, mistakes happen. Can't blame them for the mistakes, but unfortunately, it's just the way it goes sometimes. Just tapped across by Autumn Stream, and now the Dragons have a chance. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. Smart play, and now Emma Hermanson, another smart play by her as she gets it across for the kill, 6-4. Emma Hermanson, again, she did that a lot last year, and she was really impressive last year. Now a junior. Played really well as a sophomore. Sage Staber with the serve. It's over, dug up by Gar of the Tigers. And now Lydia Bankston looks for the kill, but she misplays that one. Hits it into the net, and it's 6-5. That's such a hard swing. Her and Lind kind of have a similar swing. But Bankston hits it into the net. Sage Staber. Ooh. Man, if there was instant replay with challenges available, I think I would challenge that one. That one looked pretty darn close. Either way, it's long. And now Veronica Hemming is back to serve for the Rush City Tigers. Hemming's serve is over, dug up by Lind. Rydberg will hit it across, trying to catch them off guard. And Bankston hits it over, and then we get a whistle on the Dragons. They either touch the net or something, but the whistle's on them. 8-5 in favor of the Tigers, and Dragons look a little defeated right now on their side, but you got to remember, still plenty of time. You still got this entire set and then the next 2. Again, you got to come back 1 point at a time. You can't get all 3 sets, speaking of. Hermanson will get it across for the Dragons and dug up by the Tigers. This hit across from Stream is dug up by the Dragons, and Jusak looks for the kill. This one's going to go into the bleachers. And the Dragons will get one back off the hit of Carly Jusak. Hannah Bombard will be substituted out, and in for her is Abby Agard. Carly Jusak will be back to serve for the first time here this evening. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Ferry to Gar, and getting it across is Ferry, but it's long. 8-7 now in favor of the Tigers still. Carly Jusak will serve once again. I like where she put that last one. This one will be right to Ferry again with the dig. Bankston, that one took a weird track on it, and she had to go back and grab it. She does, though, and now back across by the Dragons. Stream will hit it across. Right to a Dragon defender, and this one is blocked at the net by Autumn Stream. And Bankston there as well. That stays on the Dragons side. In there now, as well as Morgan Mako for the Dragons. Now to serve for Rush City, Lydia Bankston. It's 9-7. They lead. Dug up by Thiemann across, and no one there as Ella Ferry. That's probably the easiest point she'll have in her career. 10-7. That one just off the dig went right to her. I mean, she didn't even need to really hit that one. All she had to do was just push it over, and it's a point. Bankston's serve goes into the net. You could tell she wanted to take a little bit off of that serve, but took too much off that one. Now it's 10-8. Tigers still with the lead. Hermanson checks out. In for her is Maddie Bombard. Bombard with the serve. It is up. It is over. Dug up by Tielander. This hit is dug up by the Dragons, and now pushing it across is Abby Agard. Dug up by the Tigers, though. Autumn Stream looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Chloe Lynn. And well, I thought the Tigers had one more hit available, but apparently not. So the point will go to the Dragons. It's 10-9. Tigers still with the lead, though. Set number 3, and the serve from Maddie Bombard is over. And, keeping it alive. I don't know how, but she got a hand underneath it, did Sayatovic. Holy moly. And now keeping it alive is Gar off another dig. Rydberg trying for the kill, and she'll get it. Holy moly. What hustle did we see there by the Rush City Tigers? That's what I'm talking about. These two teams show a ton of heart, a ton of hustle, a ton of awareness, and that is what I'm talking about. Sayatovic she just got her hand underneath it. And then it was Gar who dove after it and kept it alive, and now Gar will keep it alive again. My goodness. Love this play here tonight. Blocked at the net off the hit from Agard, and keeping it alive was Sayatovic back across for the Dragons as they get the dig. Chloe Lynn wants to line this one up. She will, and that's at the back near corner. For the point for Pine City, they lead 11-10 now. Wow, it has been back and forth here tonight. Rush City leads 2-0, but this third set has been the best out of the 3 so far. And this serve from Bombard just gets over Lynn. That's over. That one went back to Lynn, and Lynn with the swing hit it off of the block of Sayatovic, and it stayed on the Tiger side. Point for Pine City, 12-10 they lead. And that serve is long from Bombard. Tigers will get one back, 12-11. Now back to serve is Autumn Stream. Waiting, we're going to get something wiped up here. Probably some sweat, perspiration on the court. Be expected. I mean, these girls are playing hard out there. Autumn Stream with the serve. It goes out of bounds. And I mean just out of bounds. That was close. 13-11. Morgan Mako checks out, and for her is Sage Staber. Marissa Rydberg back to serve for the Pine City Dragons. They lead 13-11. Serve is over. Just long. Again, Rydberg has a beautiful serve. It has a nice high arc to it, and then it just, it takes a nosedive down, but that one just a little long. 13-12. Now back to service, Cora Sayatovic. Her serve is over, dug up by Summer Thiemann. And now Chloe Lynn will line this one up in the back near side corner. And that's a point, Pine City, 14-12. Dragons lead. Summer Thiemann checks out, and for her is Carly Jusak. 14-12. Back to serve now is Abby Agard for the Dragons. Her serve is over, dug up by Gar. And looking for the kill is Ferry, but that is long. Long on the hit, and Pine City will get another one, 15-12. Agard with the right-handed serve. It is over, dug up by Gar. Push across by Sayatovic. Diving dig by Rydberg. She has to get underneath the Lynn hit. And Jusak will hit that one. It's in! Lydia Bankston does not agree. She does not agree at all. But the back judge says that one hit in, and it's 16-12. Abby Agard with another serve, dug up by Bankston. And Ella Ferry, this one is long for sure. 17-12, Pine City now leads. Set number 3, and that will force the Tigers into a timeout. So the Rush City Tigers take a timeout here in set number 3. They trail 17-12. Pine City has the lead over Rush City here, but they trail 2-0 to the Tigers, as the Tigers took set 1 25-14 and set 2 25-17. Pine City trying to get the next 2 back and force a set 5 and try and take that one. Again, we've seen a lot of 5-set magic from Pine City over the course of the years with basically the same lineup out there. Lind, Agard, Rydberg, Jusak. It's been a lot of the same. They've been a part of this team for the last 3 years, and it has been fun watching this team with being 2 sets down. Now, of course, they don't want to be 2 sets down. They would rather it didn't happen that way. But we've seen some magic from them being 2 sets down, and let's see if we can find some more. Of course, again, I don't want either team to lose. I would love if they could just tie, but that's not possible. It's you got 2 good teams going at it, and you want it to either go on forever or not end in a loss for one team. Chloe Lind gets a block at the net, and then as she got the dig, she got a little too much on it, and it heads for the bleachers. It's down. Point for Rush City. It will now be Ella Ferry back to serve. Abby Agard checks out, and for her is Hannah Bombard. Ferry with the serve, dug up by Maddie Bombard, now to Jusak. And Maddie Bombard will hit it back across. Dug up by the Tigers. And looking for the kill is Lydia Bankston. Keeping it alive are the Tigers. Jusak lines this one up. It is in for a kill. That makes it 18-13. That one looked like it could have went long, but it did not. Back judge there, doing a very good job. Emma Hermanson checks in for Maddie Bombard. Back to serve is Chloe Lind. Lind serve finds the back near side corner for an ace. Chloe Lind with an ace. I believe that's her second. That might be her second. It's so hard to keep track for myself. I just need one person to keep stats. Chloe Lind with the serve, leading 19-13, and hits the net, and it crawls over, and all of a sudden the net now becoming friendly to the Pine City Dragons. It seemed to be working against the Dragons earlier in these first 2 sets, but this time works for them. Chloe Lind serve hits the net and gets over. That's another ace. 2 aces in a row for Lind. Can it be another one? No, dug up nicely by Ferry. And now Bankston will look to push this one across. Lind, perpendicular, swatted at it, and it wound up hitting the court. Well, that's a point for the Tigers, 20-14. Might be the break the Tigers needed. Gar with the serve, dug up by Lind. That's going to be near the net. And yeah, really no chance at that one for the Dragons as Hemming just line that one up. As those ones are hard. Off the dig, and it has a high arcing trajectory towards the middle of the net. And really, it's all you can do is either, as the Dragons go up and block it, but as the Tigers did, go out and be the aggressor and swat it down. And same thing there, but Bankston cannot get the kill. And now Jusak will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Hemming, and Hemming stepping up here for the Tigers. All of a sudden, changing momentum, 20-16. Dragons still have the lead here in set number 3, but again, changing momentum. Veronica Hemming. Serve is over. Dug up by Staver. Jusak looks for the kill, and that is going to be Ferry, who got the dig, but it goes behind her, and it's down. Point for Pine City, 21-16. Back to serve is Sage Staber. Only a junior. Again, Pine City team is going to have a lot of seniors next year. Staber with the serve. It is over, but long. There's a couple of these serves here for Pine City. They look like they're on a string almost. Someone's just pulling a string and keeping the elevation up enough just to get across. Staber will check out. In for hers, Morgan Mako. Veronica Hemming checks into the game. Her serve just over the net, dug up by Mako. Ryberg goes back for it, and now it's hit across by Jusak, and hits the net. Tigers don't keep it alive. They got 2 digs on it and then couldn't keep it alive. Just misplayed it on that one. And the Dragons lead 22-17. Abby Agard will check back in. Anna Bombard checks out. 22-17. This has been a fun third set. Does it have to end? Carly Jusak will serve. It's over. Dug up by the Tigers. Now Lydia Bankston looks for the kill. It's in, though. Watching that one go was more. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Oh, might have been a bad miscall there. They say the Dragons get the point. They say it's long. I have to respectfully disagree. I don't think it was. I think that was pretty in. Oh, the Dragons, and now a smart play by Arissa Ryberg just to push that one over of the block attempt of Lydia Bengtson, and the Dragons have set point. That call really could have changed this whole thing. Can Carly Jusak close it out here, 24-17? Wow, I should shut my mouth. Talk about the announcer's jinx right there. My goodness. The announcer's jinx in full force right there. Jusak will check out in for her. Thiemann. It's 24-18. It'll be set point unless the Tigers can score 6 straight. We've seen it before. Bengtson with the serve. And it's, oh my God, just long, and the Dragons take set 3. 25-18. Wow. What a set that was between these two teams. And now we go to a 4th set. Does this one have enough to get to 5? Or will the Tigers use the motivation from losing that last set? Come out firing here in the 4th. We'll wait and find out. But before we do, we'll take a commercial break and hear word from some of our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. Of course, streaming live online at WCMPradio.com. Pine City took that third set 25-18 and trail 2-1. Hoping to push it to a 5th with this set win. But over in that Mille Lacs volleyball match, Mille Lacs took set 2, 25-16, and leads 2-0 over the Bram Bombers. Bombers hoping not to lose their 2nd straight conference game, but we will see as the Mille Lacs Raiders making it difficult. Mille Lacs, their first year as a co-op, they were right there with Rush City as the top dogs. Last year, a bit of a down year, but this year, man, they seem to be back in full force. So the Dragons and Tigers back out there onto the court. Fourth set about to get underway. Tigers lead 2-1 over the Pine City Dragons. And going back to serve is Cora Sayatovic for the Rush City Tigers. And man, that third set was fun. Let's hope this fourth set is even better. Sayatovic with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Thiemann. Rydberg and Lynn will hit it across, and that is in. 1-0 here in the fourth set for the Dragons. 4 straight, they've scored first. 1-0. Rydberg's serve is over. Dug up by Ferry. And looking for the kill is Bankston at the net. They're going to say it did not get blocked. They're going to say it was a fourth hit for Rush City. So that makes it 2-0 now for Pine City. I thought they got a hand on it at least, but they did not. So 4 hits for Rush. That makes it 2-0 in favor of Pine here early in set number 4. Tigers get the dig off the serve and pushed across by Ertz. Looked good, but dug up by the Dragon. They keep it alive back across now. And Lydia Bankston looks for the kill. Dug up by Bombard. And this is a cross. Dug up by Bankston. Bankston will go back, looks for the kill, blocked at the net by Lind. It's on the boundary, but the Tigers keep it alive. Veronica Hemming. Oh, and then again a miscommunication back there by Thiemann and Bombard. Thiemann and Bombard have had a tough time with each other, kind of communicating as to who's going to get after it. And that one goes in between them again. Sometimes, again, in that kind of situation, one of them just has to kind of be the aggressor. But again, I get it. You don't want to both hit it and give them a point on a mistake. So it's kind of, give and take. And trying to keep it alive was Maddie Bombard off the dig from Sage Staber. Unable to. And we're tied at 2 apiece here in set number 4. Abigail Tillander is back to serve for the Tigers. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Summer Thiemann to Rydberg, and just putting it across is Staber. Running up on it is Ferry, but it is oh no, they're going to say it was tipped by the Dragons, and I think it was just enough. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Tigers. Abigail Tillander back to serve. Serve is up. It is long. So that will tie things back here at 3. Carly Jusak will check in for Summer Thiemann. Abby Agard out, and in for her is Hannah Bombard. 3-all here in the 4th set. Tigers lead 2-1. Hannah Bombard, there's the whistle. Her serve is up and over and long. So that will break the tie, and that makes it 4-3 in favor of the Tigers. Now Gar with the serve for Rush City. Dug up by Bombard, pushed across. And the Tigers looking for it, and that goes up on the net on the hit from Hemming. Rolls over and gets down for a point, 5-3 in favor of the Tigers. Again, the net being a friend there for the Tigers, 5-3. An inanimate object, it doesn't decide which side it's going to cheer for, but it does play kind of a factor in these games. Sage Staber will get it across for the Dragons, and the Tigers will look to keep it alive. They hit it back across, and Maddie Bombard knew it. As soon as she touched it, she made a mistake. That one was going to go long had she not got a hand on it, but unfortunately, she got her hand on it, and you know what? Give her credit. She's being aggressive out there. She's trying to make things happen for the Dragons. I will never be upset with somebody trying to be aggressive and make stuff happen. Dug up on the serve by Bombard, and now the hit across is dug up by Gar for the Tigers. And LaFerry looks for the kill, blocked at the net by Chloe Lind, and now pushed back across by Jusak, and they're going to say that I think Jusak may have touched the net. 7-3 Rush City. Or maybe she went over. I'm not 100% sure on all the rules. Oh, this serve, beautiful serve, but dug up nicely by Hannah Bombard. And now Jusak looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Veronica Hemming. And it's 8-3 Rush City. And if you're Pine City right now, you need something. You might need a timeout. McKenna Gar to serve once again. Oh, and into the net. So, Dragons catch a break there. Hermanson checks in for Addie Bombard. Chloe Lynn gets set to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Gar. Gar's done a really good job with her digs tonight. Ella Ferry with the attempted kill, blocked at the net and then dug up by Rydberg. Emma Hermanson. Oh, that one. I liked how she had that one lined up, but it goes into the net, and it's 9-4 in favor of the Tigers. And you might have to call a timeout here if you're the Dragons if Tigers get a 10th point, because you don't want them to get too big of a lead without changing something up. Staber with the dig to Rydberg, and now looking for the kill is Jusak. Got a nice spin off that one off of her fingertips. Blocked at the net, hit back across by Jusak, and the Tigers have it, and now looking for the kill. Just tapped across, but dug up by the Dragons. Jusak will look for the kill. Blocked at the net again. Hannah Bombard there, though, being a good teammate for the Dragons. And now Sage Staber will look for the kill. That goes off of the dig from Lydia Bankston, and the Dragons will get one back. Wow. Wow. Man, this is such a good match. Again, it's one of those where you just don't want it to end. Sage Staber will check out. In for her is Morgan Mako, the sophomore. This is so fun. Gotta love the conference ones. It seems like they always are that much more intense than non-conference games. Morgan Mako's serve is over. Dug up by the Tigers and hit across. Dug up by Mako. Jusak looks for the kill. Blocked at the net, and it does not work as the Tigers get it blocked, but then as they go to get the dig, it goes underneath the net, and the Dragons will get a point back once again, 9-6. Morgan Mako with the serve. That is just over the net. Dug up by Gar again. She's done really great on her digs tonight. Autumn Stream will hit it across, and now looking for the kills. Hermanson. Oh, somehow the Tigers keep it alive. And, ooh, that might have been a double hit on Sayatovic that she might have got away with. That's okay. Sometimes all you need is to get away with it, and that hit long by Hermanson. Ooh, that's a tough one. That is just long by Hermanson, and it's now 10-6 in favor of the Rush City, maybe? Oh, no, we're waiting to get the ball in. Ella Ferry gets the ball. 10-6, they lead. Serve is over. Dug up by Mako. Ryberg and Jusak will just tap this one across. Gar again. Can't get it past her tonight. Bankston with the kill. Bankston, I mean, she lines it up, and good night. 11-6. Fourth set. 11-6. Tigers lead. Ferry with the serve, dug up by the Dragons, pushed across by Jusak, and that, oh no! Whistle on Pine City. So that will give the Tigers, a free point. It's 12-6, and that is what you do not want to have happen. 12-6. Ferry with the serve, dug up by Hannah Bombard. That gets across the net. Rydberg kind of just jumping to distract. Bankston with the attempted kill, blocked at the net, gets to Lind. And Jusak at the net, blocked. And somehow the Dragons keep it alive, get it back over. Oh, they're going to call a double hit. That's a tough one. 13-6. I think it might be time for a timeout for the Dragons, and there it is. Again, you can't let the Tigers get too much away from you before changing something, because they have really taken all momentum there was. But the Tigers lead 13-6, looking to get out of here with a 3-1 victory. It has been fun. It's been a fun one here tonight. The Tigers in set one had the momentum on the Dragon side. And then all of a sudden they switched it, took it on their side, won the next 2 sets. Took the 2-0 lead, but then in that 3rd set, Pine City took any and all control and won that set 25-18. And now they trail here in the 4th set, 13-6 on their home court. Tigers looking to steal one here tonight. It's always fun when it's a rivalry game and a conference game, but also when you can go on the road and take one from your conference rival. That's just so huge. Again, these 2 teams very close, within 10 miles of each other. Ella Ferry with the serve. It's over, dug up by Bombard, Hannah Bombard. Morgan Mako will keep it alive. It's the backboard of the basketball net. And he gets over on the hit from Hermanson. This is just tapped across Hermanson. Or excuse me, that's Hannah Bombard. She keeps it alive, and now Lydia Bankston right to Jusak for the dig. Oh, and now hit across by Morgan Mako. Nice job, diving dig attempt. But Lydia Bankston looking to line this one up. Oh, and miscommunication between Mako and Chloe Lynn. Mako taps her chest, says, hey, that one's on me, my bad. 14-6 now in favor of the Rush City Tigers. Ella Ferry back to serve for the Tigers. Serve hits the net, it gets over. Pushed across by Jusak, it's up. Still somehow alive, I don't know how, but they kept it alive. Jusak will hit it back across. And now Lydia Bankston once again, dug up by Mako to Rydberg, and now Hermanson will look for the kill, dug up by Gar. Gar, you just can't get it past her. Lind with the dig now for the Dragons, and Jusak will look for the kill. Beautiful spot for that one. That's 14-7. Beautiful placement. Gar was slow to get up. I hope she's okay. Oh, she looks to be laughing at herself, so she's smiling anyways, which is good. The serve from Carly Jusak is over. Gar will get the dig and pushed across by Sayatovic, pushed back across by Agard, and now Lydia Bankston will line it up. Blocked at the net by Pine City, but it lands on their side, and it's 15-7 for the Tigers. Summer Thiemann checks in for Carly Jusak. Dragons trying to get something to go their way, but right now everything in favor of the Tigers. Autumn Stream with the serve, dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg. It's at the net, and it is over. Pushed across, and now pushed back across by Agard. Michaela Ertz looks for the kill, blocked at the net, and then it gets dug up across by Summer Thiemann. Nice dig. It gets over the net, but it heads right out of bounds. It took a beeline to the Rush City bench area. 16-7. Tigers with a 9-point lead. Oh, and Morgan Mako, maybe a mistake on that one. She should have let that one go and dug it up anyways. But again, I will never blame anyone for being aggressive like that. I'm okay with it. You just never want to take that chance, especially now trailing by 9 like they were, and now by 10 as that one by Thiemann goes into the net. Agard tried to dive and get it up, but it's 18-7. Robin Odegaard checks back into the game for the first time in a while. She started tonight for the Dragons, a bit of a shakeup in their lineup. And now she will get back in there. Autumn Stream to serve. Her serve goes right to Mako. And now Abby Agard looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Sayatovic and Michaela Ertz. 19-7. It is all Tigers right now. Dragons, I think, are 1 point away from using their second timeout. Autumn Stream with the serve. It is up. It is over. Dug up by Odegaard. Hermanson keeps it back alive, and Odegaard gets it back across. Dug up by the Tigers. Bankston, look out. There it is. Kill. And it's 20-7. Odegaard, she had really no chance at that one. She attempted, but there was really no way of catching up to that. Ball gets rolled back over to Autumn Stream. No timeout called by the Dragons, which is interesting. They're down by 13. I would think you want to try and get something just a stop and play just to try and change things up. Odegaard with the dig. Rydberg, and now that one goes over and out, 21-7. Maybe they don't have a timeout left. Maybe I'm just crazy. 21-7 now. Pine City trails on their home court, 21-7, 2-1. This could be it. They've got a lot to go, but only can go 1 point by one to get back in this. Lydia Bankston. Oh, and somehow that gets blocked at the net. And Owen Rydberg looking for a hard hit, hits it into the net. And this Pine City team right now is just absolutely flustered. 22-7. And Stream with the serve, dug up by Mako and Odegaard. And now Mako, yes, it does get back across. Tigers and no one there. It looks like the Dragons have already been defeated. That is tough. 23-7 in favor of the Tigers, 2 points away from ending this match. Robin Odegaard will check out in first. Carly Jusak. Dragons just look like they've got the wind taken out of them right now. 23-7 out of Stream with the serve. Mako with the dig to Rydberg. And Hermanson will just push it across. Dug up there by Ribich. And now Michaela Ertz looks for the kill, but it goes long, so the Dragons get one back. And they need to go on a long scoring streak here to avoid match point. Doing just some really bad math. I think it's 15 points. They need 15 straight to avoid match point. Gar with the dig off the serve from Maddie Bombard. And hitting it across. The Tigers dug up by Carly Jusak. Chloe Lynn. No, it's Abby Agard instead. Keeping it alive is Ferry. And now hitting it across. Dug up by Bombard. Abby Agard with the kill attempt. Blocked at the net by the Tigers. Kept alive. Lydia Bankston will line this one up. Pushes it across. Dug up by Mako. Agard again looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. Just fingertips. And the Tigers will push it across. Michaela Ertz. And that time, Chloe Lind pushes it across. It's 23-9. Maddie Bombard gets set to serve once again. It's over. Dug up by Ferry. It hits the basketball hoop, and now it's over. Dug up by Carly Jusak, and at the net, blocked, and it goes out of bounds, and Pine City will get another point there. You could maybe hear it as Abby Agard was yelling, out, 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 out. She didn't want her team to get near it as they blocked it at the net, did the Tigers, and it went out of bounds. So smart play there by Abby Agard. Uh-oh, Lydia Bankston, can she line this one up? Not quite as Bombard gets the dig. Chloe Lynn will push it over. Gar, though, man, she's been right there all night. Ella Ferry blocked at the net by Lynn. That helps the Dragons. And now Chloe Lynn will line this one up, and Ribich can't handle it cleanly. And that will give Pine City another point, 23-11. Still a ways to go here, but again, got to go one by one if you're the Dragons. Bombard with the serve, and that is out. And here it is, match point, 24-11. Match point for the Tigers. Ribich will check out, Hemming checks in. Here we go. Cora Sayatovic back to serve. Pine City needs 13 straight points to get rid of that match point. Sayatovic with the serve into the net. So Pine City stays alive. Back to serve is Arissa Rydberg. Checking into the game is Sage Staber from Morgan Mako. 24-12. Rydberg, serve over, dug up by Gar. Who else? Oh, and Bankston misplayed that one. She ran up on it looking for the hit of a lifetime, but had to backtrack, and now hit across by Staber. Michaela Ertz, dug up by Staber. To Rydberg. Lynn will just tap this one across. That's very, very, very smart play. Very intelligent play there by Chloe Lind. Instead of risking a hit that goes too long, she just pushes it across right to where no Rush City Tigers are. It's 24-13 now. Rydberg to serve for the Dragons. Serve is over. Dug up by who else? Gar. Veronica Hemming lines it up. Dug up by Jusak. To Rydberg. Agard looks for the kill, and that is down. 24-14. Rydberg to serve again, 24-14. Still match point for the next 10 points. Dug up by Gar. And Bankston will end it with that swing right there. 25-14 is the final here in the fourth set. And the Tigers take it 3-1 over the Pine City Dragons. It was a fun one here in Pine City. And the Dragons fall at home 3-1, but the Tigers will stay atop the conference undefeated. And it will be Rush City and Mille Lacs at the top of the conference undefeated as Mille Lacs sweeps Bram 25-15, 25-16, and 25-20. The Rush City Tigers and Mille Lacs Raiders tied atop of the Great River Conference, undefeated in the conference. And when those two teams play, man oh man, that will be a very entertaining game. Because a couple years ago, when Mille Lacs was first a co-op, we've seen it. It was Mille Lacs and Rush City tied atop the conference, and I believe Mille Lacs took the conference just because of the tiebreaker. This year, it might be headed towards the same thing. But right now, Rush City defeated Pine City 3-1. Mille Lacs defeated Bram 3-0. And those two are at the top of the conference, undefeated right now. It was a fun one here in this game, but unfortunately for the homestanding Dragons, they lost, and the Tigers get one on the road over their rivals, 3-1. And again, the Tigers tied atop the conference with the Mille Lacs Raiders, undefeated so far. So coming up for each of these teams, of course, on Thursday, the Pine City Dragons will be right back here at home. Yeah, they get to play twice in a row at home, and they will host the Bram Bombers. So they get to come right back here on Thursday and host another Great River Conference team. If I can speak, my goodness, I apologize. And they will take on the Bram Bombers right back here on Thursday. We'll be covering that game as well. For the Rush City Tigers, they will travel down to North Branch to take on the North Branch Vikings. That should be a fun one as well. North Branch having an up and down year in their volleyball season, but I think that'll be a really good test for Rush City, just to see how good of a team they can really be, and I think they can be really good. But again, they showed here tonight to be better tonight, but when these two teams play later on, it'll be in Rush City, and Pine City could wind up stealing that one. So it should be a tough wait for the Dragons till that game, but I'm telling you, they will be prepared and wanting to take one in Rush. But again, the Dragons will be back home on Thursday right here, taking on Bram. We'll be here for that one. The Tigers on Thursday will travel down to North Branch to take on the Vikings. And for the rest of our schedule, again, for WCMP and KBEK, of course, as we look to the broadcast schedule. In case you don't know where the links are or you want to tell someone where they're at, just go to our website, go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule, and there will be all the video links for this week. On Thursday, we'll have Pine City Bram right here on 106.5. Then it'll be Morris Zimmerman on 95.5 KBEK. Then on Friday, we have football action. Pine City will travel up to Esco. That'll be on 106.5. Morrow will take on Two Harbors at home on 95.5. And then the YouTube video game only will be Hinckley Finlayson hosting Rush City. So the Tigers will be back on the air on Friday as both of those teams put their undefeated records on the line on Friday. The final here in this one, Rush City takes it over Pine City 3-1. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors. Of course, if it wasn't for our sponsors sponsoring this broadcast, we wouldn't be able to come out here and bring you any of these games. So thank you so much to all of the fine sponsors. Again, if you are in the place of business of any of our fine sponsors you heard here tonight, just be sure to give them a shout out. Say, hey, I heard your ad on the radio on WCMP, or maybe it's KBK, and just say, hey, thank you. Please continue to sponsor them because we enjoy listening or just watching it, but please continue to sponsor it because we enjoy it. Again, the final here in this one, Rush City takes it over Pine City 3-1. Stay tuned to the morning shows on KBK and WCMP for your sports update on KBK at 7:30 and 8:30, and at WCMP on 100.9 FM at 7:45 and 8:45. The final here again, Pine City falls to Rush City 3-1. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.